viewers, welcome to Football Flakes on Flakes TV. This is another edition. It's gonna be scintillating, stratospheric, and captivating. And the headline says they are the new transfers in the Premier League and all over the Europe. And the first headline here is Liverpool have announced the signing of Darwin Núñez from Benfica. We can see what the striker has done against Liverpool in the Champions League, and Jurgen Klopp, the Liverpool manager, has decided to go for the striker. And my name is Sadiq Oyeneyi. I'm here with my colleague.
My name is Sivano Sekanem.
So you've heard his name now. And the first headline is Liverpool have announced the signing of striker Darwin Núñez from Benfica in a deal worth to 100 million that will break their transfer record. Benfica confirmed on Monday that it's an initial fee of 75 million euro had been agreed with Liverpool with 25 potential add-on. I'm really happy and delighted to be here at Liverpool. It's a massive club, Núñez told LiverpoolFC.com. It's a pleasure to be here in Liverpool, and I'm very happy to be a part of this great club. I've played against Liverpool and I have seen them in lots of games in Champions League, and in the style of play, there are some great players here. I think I'm going to suit the style of play. As I say, I've watched quite a lot, and it's a very big club. I hope I can give everything I've got in order to help the team. Mr. Silva, what can you say about the signing of Liverpool?
Nuno is a very good player. The guy has done a lot in Benfica. I've watched his game, watched him play against Liverpool, and I think he's a good player. But he'll be fitting with Liverpool pattern. You see the kind of football Liverpool play. So he's a good signing, and I wish him all the best in Liverpool.
Mr. Silva said he's a very good player, and we wish him the best in Liverpool. So what can you say about the attacking football that Jurgen Klopp is going to take now, having the likes of Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, Diego Jota, and Darwin Núñez also in the team, and Luis Diaz? So who do you think will be the perfect front three for Liverpool?
I think if Mane still stays at Liverpool because of the transfer rumor we are hearing here and there, I think it will be Salah, Mane with the new guy. So it will be a good combination. And if Mane is not around, Diaz will be the perfect player to fit in the position.
Now, viewers, you can hear what Mr. Silva said. He said Núñez will be a perfect fit with Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane. When Núñez is there, pairing with Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane, what about the like of Luis Diaz that they just signed last season? Do you think Jurgen Klopp will just decide that, okay, I'm going to drop this guy on the bench? And there are some news that we are listening to now that Sadio Mane is moving to Bayern Munich, but it's not confirmed yet, and any move has not yet materialized. So as of now, Mane is a Liverpool player, and I don't see him moving out of Liverpool so soon, maybe next season. But currently now, they have Luis Diaz, and I don't think Jurgen Klopp will bench him straight away and starting Núñez ahead of him, or dropping Mohamed Salah or Sadio Mane. Would that be an easy decision for Jurgen Klopp to make?
Well, he has the reason why he signed the guy. So there's a possible reason why he had the guy in his team. So he has to know how to rotate the team to be okay for him. So he has a reason. Maybe you look at the last season that when the injury came, and most of the times African players go for World Cup for their African Cup of Nations. So stuff like that make him have other players. But very well, Mane is not agreeing to stay. So we pray he stays. So when he stays, we'll see how the coach set his formations and the rest. So we'll leave it for them.
Okay. On the Liverpool Twitter account, this says, we are delighted to announce the signing of Darwin Núñez from Benfica, subject to the successful grant of work permits and international clearance. Liverpool and Arsenal to sign Núñez. Liverpool acted quickly to see off competitions from their rival Manchester City, and Arsenal to sign Núñez, who joins on 6-year deal and is the second signing at Anfield this summer after Fabio Carvalho joined from Fulham last month. And now, interceptive in the deal range from goal-scoring landmark up to winning the Champions League, though at least half of the potential add-ons are easily attainable. Should Núñez feature regularly in the Liverpool shirt, Núñez contract will see him paid in the region of 140k euros per week. And the transfer is the subject of international clearance, work permit approval. Núñez, being in his career Uruguayan side, Penarol, he moved to Europe in 2019 for a spell at Spanish second division side Almeria before he signed for Benfica in September 2020. And my view about Nunes joining Liverpool is that it's going to be a tough decision for your club to make. Like you said, you don't see Sadio Mane stay in Liverpool in next season. So if he's going to be on, that would be Mohamed Salah, Nunes, and Sadio Mane, Diaz at the other wing. And if that should be the front line, I think that's a very, very good line for Liverpool to start with. And it's going to be a very, very good competition with the players. And you can see, like of Diego Jota, he has performed very, very well since he has joined the club from Wolves. And now we are heading to the other headlines of Manchester United. Their new manager, Erik ten Hag, the first 5 fixtures that is going to face in the English Premier League. As we all know, how the English Premier League has been so tough for years, and still going to be same thing the next season. Erik ten Hag replaces interim boss Ralph Rangnick, who oversaw a woeful end to the season that broke several unwanted records. United finished their lowest ever Premier League point tally in a season of few highlights. Drafting in the revenge of Erik ten Hag offer Manchester United fans some hope for the new campaign. So, Mr. Silva, what can you say about Liverpool, Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag, about their coming fixtures they are going to face in the Premier League? I think the fourth match is like this: Manchester United versus Brighton, that's at Old Trafford. Brentford versus Manchester United. Manchester United, that's the third match against Liverpool. The fourth match is Southampton versus Manchester United, and Leicester City versus Manchester United. Manchester United versus Arsenal. With these matches now, Liverpool, Southampton, Leicester, and Arsenal, how do you think Manchester will perform? You can see how they are moving with the transfers. They have not signed any players, and Paul Pogba is moving out of the club. I think in the front line is only Cristiano Ronaldo that is available. The likes of Rashford, Sancho are not yet to their best. And who do you think Liverpool can sign? Manchester United can sign? Or how do you think Erik ten Hag can change the team and get the best results out of the players he's having in his depth?
Erik ten Hag is a very good coach, but we've never seen him work with a big team. So the pressure of a big team, we've not known how he perform. Brighton is already a pass mark for him. He can find a way. Ronaldo and Miracle can solve everything about Brighton's match. And then looking at Brentford match too, he will still look for a way with everything. But you know
Brentford, they are a very stubborn club. You know how they did against Chelsea and Arsenal and Tottenham.
That is last season's record. But looking at this thing, Ronaldo will always find a way for them. He has always been doing it. But from Liverpool match, I don't see Man U doing anything, because if you look at the the Liverpool team last season and this season, what is even coming in are even stronger than what they had last season. So Man U does not even stand a chance in Liverpool match. And then Southampton game. Yes. Southampton, I don't think Man U have anything to offer in that game. And looking at Leicester City and the rest, so it's a very tough fixture for the coach, and I wish him the best. I wish him the best, because he cannot do anything. There's nothing he can do to win those matches all. So it's a very, very tough beginning for him. I wish him all the best. Okay,
like Mr. Silva said, it's going to be a very, very tough decision for Erik ten Hag, and I wish him the best. And what can you say about the transfer going on in Old Trafford? You know, they have not signed any player. We have just seen that they are moving for a player, Erik ten Hag former club, that's Ajax. They are moving for Anthony. Now they are going back to Frank de Jong, the midfielder for Barcelona. So what do you think Manchester United, like which player do you think they can sign that will make a difference for them? And like we said now, I think Pogba is already at the edge of joining Juventus now this season. So which player do you think, if they can go for this player, I think they will get the best. He can get the best result out of his colleagues?
I can't call any player that Man U could sign now. Okay, but the positions they can feed in, they got the Man U are lacking behind. They should get a good midfielder.
Okay.
They should get a good midfielder.
Do you think Frank de Jong of Barcelona they are pursuing now is going to be a good replacement for Paul Pogba?
Frank de Jong would be a good replacement for Paul Pogba.
Okay, why do you say that?
Frankie de Jong have not done anything in the Premier League before. As in, he doesn't even know how the Premier League football look like, and he's coming in to come and replace Paul Pogba. Pogba leaving himself is a mistake. Why would Man even release Paul Pogba? That is just it. Why would they release Paul Pogba and then bringing in and looking for Frankie de Jong to replace a good player like Paul Pogba to come to the Premier League?
Okay. What about Matic that left Manchester United also? Which other defensive midfielder, because they're pursuing some defenders the like of I think there are some rumors that are pursuing N'Golo Kante and Torino central back to cover up as a defensive midfielder for them. So do you think them signing, will you think is a possible transfer for them to sign N'Golo Kante from Chelsea?
And I never see Kante coming out one day said he's tired of staying at Chelsea, that he wants to leave. So I'm not seeing Kante leaving Chelsea at any time. So it's impossible to sign N'Golo Kante. So they should look for other means, get a good player. There are players out there, but Man U like buying the big names. They don't go for what is good. They go for the big names. So Man U should look for a very good player that can play their four for them, because that's where they are mostly lacking behind. Okay,
playing their four. And now you've heard that from Mr. Silva. He said Manchester United should get a good number 4, and their transfer target, Frank de Jong from Barcelona. He said he hasn't played in a big team before, and also everybody knows English football is a very, very different league. And there's already transfer headline now in England that Tottenham are going for Brighton central midfielder Yerson Bissouma. That is a very big topic now trending in England. It's all done. According to Fabrizio Romano, it's on his Twitter page, Tottenham and Brighton have just signed all the paperwork for Yerson Bissouma deal. Full agreement on €29 million deal and add-ons. All good also on payment terms details. What can you say about Bissouma, the Brighton central defensive midfielder? What can you say? Is it going to be a good add-on for Antonio Conte's side?
Conte has the best part, as in he knows how to get a good player. He doesn't go for the name, you go for what is good, not even looking at your age. Conte signed good materials, experience. Looking at him having Perisic and now having Bissouma in his team is a good add. And then the midfield will be a very strong one now because of what they have. So Tottenham is a threat to the Premier League. I tip them for top 4 next season.
Okay. How far you think Antonio Conte can take Liverpool this coming season?
Take Tottenham the coming season. I've just said it now. Top 4. I don't see him going anywhere far. Maybe make the top 4, then reach round of 16 in the Champions League. Then impress the league to in the league disqualified.
But you can see the record that he has had in the English Premier League with Chelsea. You know, he won the Premier League and also the FA Cup. Do you think can still do something like that he did with Chelsea? Can do that again in Chelsea, because he has signed another left back from Inter Milan, that's Ivan Perisic, and he's still going for more players to get his work done and to get prepared for the next season.
Then what I will say is Chelsea is not the same team with Tottenham, and the season he was at Chelsea playing the Premier League that won the Premier League was the season that Chelsea did not qualify for any European competition, so it was so easy for him to win the league. So, and then that's when Kante was in his prime, and the rest, Ninja Matic and Diego Costa, gave him this thing, what he wants that time for that league. So that is it. And then coming now, Tottenham is playing Champions League next season, if I'm not mistaken. And then they are coming with the FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League. I'm not seeing him going anywhere this season. Maybe we just impress in the league, make another top 4. There's nothing to offer.
But when he left England to Italian league, that's Serie A, he also won the league there with Inter Milan. Or you are still not impressed with the work he did in Inter Milan? Everybody can see what the quality he brought out from Romelu Lukaku, bringing him to be the top scorer in the team. He changed everything. They won the Serie A title and also the Coppa Italian. So are you still not impressed that he can still bring that philosophy to the Tottenham team and also win the league? Or this football, because nobody could believe what Leicester City did when they came into the Premier League. They won the Premier League and so, and did in Chelsea. He went to the other league. He won the title also with Inter Milan. He did it also with Juventus. So him in Tottenham. So there's no anything that, okay, yes, I can give it to him as a free will that is going to be possible for him in Tottenham.
I should see the League Cup, maybe get to the final and then perform whatever he knows how to do. I'm not giving him any trophy in Tottenham.
Okay.
For now, I'm not giving him any trophy in Tottenham. I don't know what he has to offer yet. The last season he made it to the top 4, fine, but let's see how it goes this season. When he's starting the full season with the club. You know, the last season he picked it from somebody and then continue. So let's see what Tottenham, what he has this season before I come outside and say, okay, Conte can take this for them. Because it has been years Tottenham touch a trophy. Yeah, so sure, yeah. And then how will you expect Conte to come and start? It's a process he has to work for a long year, many years with Tottenham to do it. Conte is a good coach, no doubt, but not with Tottenham.
Okay. And like with the likes of players that is having in his captive, with the, I think the best striker in the Premier League is having Harry Kane, and also you can see what Son did in the team. You know, he was also in the top scorers. With those two players, you think that, because what I'm trying to say is that I think Tottenham can also fight for the title. I'm not talking about the top 4 now, because he's having the best striker in his captive. He's having one of the best winger in the world, Son, in his captive, and also he's having some. He also have a goalkeeper that also won the World Cup with top experience with him. So that's what I'm trying to bring that. So in your book now, Anthony Conte is not having a chance to win the Premier League.
Look at the teams that are out here.
Yeah.
We have the Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea.
Yes.
Fighting for this same league, and Manchester United with a new coach.
With a new coach.
And then with Cristiano Ronaldo in the team. Yeah. I'm not seeing Tottenham going anywhere. I'm not calling Arsenal in here, but those teams, even if I should even add, Arsenal is still ahead of these people when it comes to the football. And then they are calling Tottenham to win the league. I'm still tipping them for either the League Cup or the FA Cup. Any of those two. No league for them. I'm not seeing them winning any league.
Okay. Viewers, now you've heard everything from Mr. Silva. He said he doesn't see Tottenham winning the league, and I think for me it's going to be a very, very very tough in the Premier League next season, because you can see every transfer is very busy. Manchester City signing Eric Haaland and still going for all the players like Phillips of Leeds United. You can see Liverpool also signing Carvalho from Fulham, and also signing a new striker to compete and attacking for Liverpool. That's Darwin Núñez. And Chelsea also, they're having some transfer rumors about Dembele, Conde, and also other players. And Tottenham themselves, I think this won't be the end of the transfer for them. And to continue with the headlines, now we wait. How long? No idea. Typically, sports take a bit of time after this point to do the standard publicity photos, a signing video, and get to social dunks in a row. I've expected that to be the same here, but considering the other stuff, maybe I'll be different this time. I think this is the end of this news about Tottenham going for by summer. And let's move to other news. This is coming from Spain, from Sevilla. The central back that's going to replace either Rudiger or Christensen. You know, Chelsea are having a tough transfer with them. You know, just having a new owner, the transfer ban they had is not last 2 seasons, and now having a new owner is not making them very, very active in the Premier League. But I think the owner is giving them, and that is going to back them up in the transfer. And there is a news here coming now from the Sun that Jules Koundé agrees 5-year Chelsea contract, but Sevilla holds out on €56 million transfer fee for defender. Sevilla defender Jules Koundé has reportedly agreed a 5-year deal with Premier League side Chelsea. The Blues were heavily linked with the Frenchman last summer, but their bid failed to force Sevilla into handling selling. Koundé was said to be left fuming with his club for denying him a move to the European champions. The 23-year-old finally gets his move away from Sevilla this summer, with a number of top clubs eyeing a move. According to the Sport, Koundé has agreed a 5-year deal with Chelsea, but a fee with Sevilla is yet to be struck. And Xavi and co believe 51.6 is feasible, but Sevilla are hoping to collect closer to €56 million, and Barca can't offer the wages the vendor is spending for. You see the crisis going on in Barcelona, but Chelsea, I think they are very, very close in agreeing a deal. What can you say about Koundé joining Chelsea next season, replacing the likes of Anthony Rudiger? You know, the quality that Rudiger brought the former Chelsea defender brought to the team. You know, you can see he's willing to play for Chelsea. You can see it every match. He's playing for Chelsea. I think he's always in the lineup for Chelsea. Everything is there for Rudiger. So what can you talk about Yuskon replacing Rudiger? Is it a perfect replacement for Anthony Rudiger?
If you check Chelsea record,
Yes.
they've never made a mistake in signing defenders.
Sure.
Check the record of Chelsea. Their defenders are always very good. I'm not talking about the strike, the other positions, but that defense, Chelsea always have a good player. It might take time for him to get that Rudiger in him, but Koundé is a good signing. It's a good addition to the. When he gets to the Rudiger self came to Chelsea and he was doing a lot of errors when he came to Chelsea. And when Rudiger become who he is today. So looking at Koundé too, he can just for the main time before turning to what we want Koundé to be. Because look at the record of the defenders we have from Thiago Silva, from guys of Terry to now. Exactly. You see, the Chelsea have never had a bad record. Ashley Cole, Marcos Alonso, Ben Chilwell, looking at Rhys James, Ivanovic. Look at the rest of the record of the defenders they have. They haven't have any bad defender, very bad record for defenders. So Chelsea has a very good. And Koundé will be a very good addition to Chelsea.
So what quality do you think Koundé can bring to the team? Like, what do you know for Koundé that everybody know Cristiano Ronaldo is a very prolific goal scorer. Some people know Lionel Messi as a good dribbler, a good finisher, a good goal scorer also. People know Neymar that is a very skillful player. What can you say about Koundé? That what let me say a quality or two qualities you can say about Koundé?
Koundé is a very aggressive player, just like Rudiger. The guy is always ready for any match. I've watched him against Manchester United 2 seasons back when they were playing Sevilla Man United. And the guy was just everywhere. Just like how Rudiger will do, blocking. I was even thinking, because before I watched the game, I was listening to it. I was just hearing Koundé. I was even thinking it was the keeper saving the ball. Until when I went to and see that he was a defender making many saves for the keeper. Blocking. And I was like, wow. Well, like, wow, look at the defender. So Koundé is a very good player and he's a very good. They've been chasing him for years now. I think he's someone that can cover Rudiger's space for us.
And there's a news coming up that he's having a surgery. But do you think with that surgery, Chelsea are still going to sign him? Because that's a bad omen for him that he's still especially for a transfer, and yes, still undergoing a surgery in Sevilla.
I thought Chelsea did not have any issue with the surgery, and then 3 weeks time, what I saw, they said that Chelsea does not have any issue with the surgery. They just need to agree with Sevilla for him to come. So I don't think anything will delay the deal.
Okay, like what Mr. Silva said, he said there's nothing going to delay the deal, that the surgery is not something to think about. Chelsea fans, hope you guys are happy now about Koundé transfer to Chelsea. And coming out of the transfer, moving to another one is Arsenal set to beat Chelsea to race of Gabriel Jesus, the Manchester City striker that is wanted out of the club after signing Haaland from Borussia Dortmund. And what do you let's talk about Chelsea. Do you think Chelsea need a striker like Gabriel Jesus or a striker better than Gabriel Jesus?
I was so happy when I saw that Arsenal was leading the race. I don't need any striker like this in my team.
Okay, what do you say? So is it that he's not active or he cannot fight for his place, or he's not good enough, or what do you think?
How can a striker be in a team and a team is looking for a striker? That is Man City, and Man City are bidding for a striker, playing first 9, and he's a striker in a team. So this is not the kind of player we need. We need striker. Look at the record we have with Lukaku, or how Lukaku was very good. We had a very bad record with Lukaku, and then we are now bringing in someone that cannot even deliver and where they ask the midfield to give him what to do. And then he's now coming to Chelsea where we play our football in another different type of football. And then we are seeing this kind of player. I'm not the type of player I want in Chelsea. This is not the kind of player.
Since you said you were very, very happy about Chelsea going for Jesus, so which other striker do you think that Chelsea can move for? Because I don't think Lukaku is going to stay at your club. I think you're a Chelsea fan, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that Lukaku is staying at your club next season. So which striker do you think you people can sign and is going to bring the best out of his midfielders? You can see what Kante is doing, and Kai Havertz and other players in the team as a mount. So which striker do you think Chelsea can go for and bring the difference to the team?
I think that Christopher Nkunku guy. The guy at Leipzig. That guy is so good. That's the kind of player we need. in our team right now to fill that position and then unlock so many things. When they give him the ball, he delivers. Not someone that, like Lukaku, when you give him the ball, you have to put it in the left leg before looking for what to do with the ball. Okay, so we need player that can score in any position, play in any circumstance. That's the kind of player that Nkuku that is ready to play any big team without fear.
Okay, before diverting to the Chelsea side, we should continue that Arsenal transfers Ghana set to launch second bid for priority target Gabriel Jesus. And you talking about Gabriel Jesus that is not so that is not a good striker, having the midfielders like Ilkay Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. I think last season he scored 8 goals and 8 assists from 26 matches. A
striker scoring 8 goals and 8 assists, is that a good record?
But I think he's not starting most of the match because at times they use Phil Foden as a first 9 and sometimes Kevin De Bruyne himself.
If he was good enough, will they bench him and be playing first 9? That is it.
Well, your own view is that it's not good.
It's not good enough. That's why he was on the bench.
Okay, going to the news now. In Nketiah contract extension means the Gunners will likely to just one striker this summer. The Brazilian Jesus has emerged as a club priority in the inflated market. Jesus worked with Mikel Arteta as the Etihad helped City to their first Premier League title with under Pep Guardiola last season, but contributed to 17 league goals. However, he is keen to leave the club this summer in favour of becoming a protagonist elsewhere. On the Twitter page of Arsenal saying Arsenal make a bid of 50 million euro rated Gabriel Jesus from Manchester City, Tottenham, Real Madrid, Chelsea, AC Milan, and all been linked with a move from the Brazilian striker. With big teams like this going for Jesus, because I'm still confused. He said a striker can be scoring 8 goals and having assists. That's 16 league goal contributions. And Tottenham, a big team like Real Madrid, also champions former champions of Europe, Chelsea, and champion of Serie A, also AC Milan, are still going for the striker. I think it's not about scoring goals. You can see the Femi also in Liverpool. You can't say Femi is not good enough because they signed Diego Jota when he was there, and now they are still signing Nunes. That's making 3 strikers now in Liverpool. So does that mean Firmino is not good enough?
Firmino is not good anymore.
He's not good anymore.
He was before, but now Firmino is not that player that he was. We used to know then. Firmino before would just sit back, give the ball to the Salah to do the game. But now he's not just doing anything again.
Okay, what can you say about the Jota? Because it's also a striker, and they also signed because you can see Man City. They have a lot of depth in the squad. When this player is out, there's also another player to cover. So I don't think having 2 strikers in a team or 3 strikers, that doesn't mean the other strikers are not good enough. That's why you're signing other strikers to the team.
If your striker is good enough, I don't see a reason you signing another big striker to come on. If you get me, you will sign someone who will sit down on the bench for the other one, who is ready to sit down on the bench to learn, not someone who is competing or more better than the other person you have. If you get me, if they are selling Gabriel Jesus now and Haaland is there, they will bring striker that is smaller than Haaland, so I will just be on the bench for in case Haaland is not around or stuff like that when they want to play the League Cup and what do want to rest their players. So I not see if Firmino was still the player he was, maybe they will look for one little player to sign to sit on the bench, and then whenever they need him, he will just come up
and
play the game.
Okay, and continue. However, according to the Times, Arsenal are ready in a second bid for the priority target with a surprising belief to close the City valuation. Despite the competitors manifesting, the Gunners are still confident of signing Jesus this summer, with the player said to be keen on reuniting with Mikel Arteta, the former assistant coach to Guardiola when they played together in Manchester City. The Brazilian is a profile of forward Arsenal require, and his ability to perform multiple functions in the front line will prove to be an invaluable for the Arsenal boss. And I think this now we are coming to the end of Football Flakes on Flip TV, and the news we've talked about is Liverpool signing Darwin Nunes. I think that's a good addition to the team. Having 3 good strikers in your team, I think that's a it's going to be very, very competitive for the players, and also it's going to be a headache for Jurgen Klopp to start players because they are having good qualities like Firmino, they are having Nunes, and also they are having Diego Jota in the team. So it's a very, very competitive front line for the Liverpool Bulls to choose. And now we said about Bissouma, the Brighton central midfielder joining Tottenham Hotspur, and another addition after signing Ivan Perisic from Inter Milan. Viewers, I think we are coming to the end of the team. And but before we go, you said something earlier that is some about, because I think this Antonio Conte man is, I think I can see what he can do with this player that is bringing together, because he has a very good attack, because the likes of Son and Harry Kane, because the combination is very, very interesting to watch. Because I'm still surprised when you're saying you can't see Tottenham winning the Premier League, and Conte himself, he did it with Chelsea in the Premier League, he went to Serie A, he did it with Juventus and also Inter Milan. Because I think this Tottenham team, I can see them going for if not winning the league, maybe be in the second position.
The second position have always been Liverpool or Man City.
Okay.
So that is it. It should just blame. Let me put it this way: the league winner, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't even say it's Chelsea, because if I say it's Chelsea that will be the league winner now, you will say it. But I'm still tipping Man City to go again. If Man City cannot win it, Liverpool will win the league.
Okay.
After Liverpool, Man City will follow. Then Chelsea will be third, and they will be fourth if they do their best. Because I'm seeing Man U coming back to the top for next season too.
Okay.
With the Eric Tegan guy and the rest, and let's just see what Man U have to sign. If Man U can sign a good player, then
because this guy is a very, very good player. You can see what he did also
at Brighton, no doubt.
As Brighton, also when he went for African Cup of Nations. Now, Mr. Sunday Ifeanyi said Tottenham can't win league. Abi, like what Mr. Silva is saying. There's a viewer asking you that. Do you mean Tottenham can't really win the Premier League?
Tottenham can't win the Premier League. I'm still saying it. Tottenham can't win the Premier League. You should see another thing. Tottenham can challenge for the league, yes, they will step at maybe third, second, fourth. Tottenham can never win the Premier League.
Okay. I think we've come to the end of Football Flakes on Flip TV. Where thank you very much, viewers, for staying tuned on this edition of sports. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and very, very important, and share if the sports news, share it, like it, and also don't forget to subscribe. It's very, very important for all the edition of sports. And I still remain Sadiq Oinei and Mr. Silva.
My name is Silva Nusekanem.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye for now.